Let everyone else call your idea crazy. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't even think stopping until you get there. And don't give much thought to where there is. Whatever comes, just don't stop. Just do it. In the world of athletics and fashion, there are few names that are as iconic as Nike. The story of Nike is not just about great products and brilliant marketing. It's also a story of perseverance, determination, and the willingness to pursue one's dreams, no matter how crazy they might seem to others. Phil Knight was born on February 24, 1938, in Portland, Oregon. He grew up in the Portland area and spent much of his childhood exploring the outdoors and playing sports. Knight's parents, William and Loda Knight, were both successful professionals. His father was a lawyer, and his mother was a journalist. As a child, Phil was known for his competitive spirit and his love of sports. He was particularly drawn to running, and he showed a natural talent for the sport from a young age. He was also a gifted student, and he excelled academically throughout his childhood. Phil attended Cleveland High School in Portland, where he continued to pursue his passion for running. He was a standout athlete on the track team, and he developed a close relationship with his coach, Bill Bowerman. Bowerman was known for his innovative training methods and his love of shoes. He was constantly experimenting with new designs and materials in an effort to create the perfect running shoe, which became a major influence on Phil's life and career. After completing his undergraduate degree at Oregon, Knight went on to study business at Stanford University. At the time, Japan was producing high-quality athletic shoes at a fraction of the cost of American-made shoes. While at Stanford, he wrote a paper about the potential for importing Japanese shoes into the United States. In 1964, upon successfully graduated from MBA, Phil decided to pursue his idea. Phil shared his idea with his father, hoping to leverage it as a way to travel the world. He sold his car and borrowed some money from his father. Phil decided to make Tokyo, Japan, his first stop on the backpacking graduation trip. Although he explained the importance of the research trip to Japan, his father was not interested in the business idea. However, he was happy to support his son to explore the world, especially as in the early 1960s, not that many Americans had ever flown on a plane, and many had not even ventured beyond their own state. Therefore, his father sponsored him some money to fly to Japan and explore his business there. After went through so many difficulties, he arrived at the Onitsuka Tiger Corporation and convinced them to let him become their exclusive distributor in the United States. After visiting the factory, the supervisor asked me, "Mr. Knight, which company do you work for?" At this moment, he didn't know how to answer and wanted to run away. Blue Ribbon. I work for the Blue Ribbon Company in Portland, Oregon. He didn't know how he thought about that name, but that was how Blue Ribbon started. Phil Knight was back to home after 2 weeks. The first thing he did was to check if his parents have received the 12 shoes mailed by Onitsuka. He gave 2 samples to his coach Bowerman for evaluation. And one day, Bowerman said he was interested in joining the business. The first few years of the company were challenging. Knight and Bowerman operated out of Knight's car, driving from track meet to track meet and selling shoes out of the trunk. They were constantly on the verge of bankruptcy. And at one point, Knight even had to take a job teaching accounting at Portland State University to make ends meet. Despite these challenges, Knight and Bowerman were able to build a loyal customer base among the running community. They were able to offer high-quality shoes at prices that were significantly lower than their competitors. They also made a point of providing excellent customer service, and they worked hard to cultivate relationships with runners and coaches across the country. However, in the late 1960s, Onitsuka began to sell its shoes directly in the United States, bypassing Knight's Blue Ribbon Sports. As a result, Knight and his partners filed a lawsuit against Onitsuka, alleging breach of contract and trademark infringement. The lawsuit was settled out of court, with Onitsuka agreeing to allow Blue Ribbon Sports to distribute its shoes in the western U.S. In 1971, as Knight battled Onitsuka in court, he also needed to keep his company afloat. In secret, he imported 3,000 pairs of soccer shoes from a Mexican factory that produced Adidas shoes. To launch a new sports goods company, he enlisted the help of a college art student, Carolyn Davidson, and paid her $35 to design a logo featuring a whirlwind. He named the company Nike after the Greek goddess of victory. The Nike logo, featuring a swoosh, was designed to be visually appealing and symbolize the power of strength and speed that athletic shoes and other sporting goods should represent. Because of facing fierce competition in the athletic shoe industry, Knight and Bowerman recognized that they needed to develop superior products if they wanted to increase their market share. American shoe manufacturers lagged behind their European counterparts in terms of quality, and Knight was determined to change that with Nike. In 1975, Bowerman experimented with a waffle iron and created a new type of sole using urethane rubber. By adding small rubber studs to the waffle-shaped sole, the shoe had more bounce than any other shoe on the market. This simple product improvement became the foundation of Knight and Coach Bowerman's venture. The following year, Nike's revenue surged from $8.3 million to $14 million. The company continued to grow at a rapid pace, investing heavily in developing new styles of running shoes. The Nike air cushioning technology was one of the company's most significant technological breakthroughs. An inflatable bladder embedded in the heel of the shoe, it outperformed foam, sponge, or rubber in maintaining its elasticity over time, resulting in a comfortable and stable wearing experience. Nike went public on December 2, 1980, after establishing itself as a major player in the athletic shoe and apparel industry. The company had already gained recognition for innovative products such as the Nike air cushioning technology and the Air Jordan line of basketball shoes. The initial public offering was priced at $22 per share, and Nike raised $14.1 million from the sale of 657,753 shares. Following the IPO, Nike's shares were listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol NKE. Going public was a significant milestone for Nike, providing the company with the necessary capital to continue expanding its business and penetrating new markets. One of Nike's most successful marketing campaigns of the 1980s was the Air Jordan line of basketball shoes. The shoes were designed in collaboration with Michael Jordan, who had just signed with the Chicago Bulls. The shoes were a massive hit, and they helped cement Nike's place as a major player in the basketball shoe market. Jordan was one of the first athletes to sign an endorsement deal with Nike. In 1984, he signed a 5-year contract with Nike worth $500,000 per year, a record-breaking deal at the time. This deal led to the creation of the Air Jordan line of basketball shoes, which quickly became one of Nike's most successful product lines. Knight and Jordan's relationship goes beyond business, however. Knight has been a mentor and father figure to Jordan throughout his career, and the two have remained close friends over the years. In his autobiography, Shoe Dog, Knight describes Jordan as the ultimate business partner and recounts many memorable moments shared with him. In turn, Nike's success has helped to elevate Jordan's status as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, with many people associating him closely with the Nike brand. Over the years, Nike has continued to expand its product line, moving beyond just shoes and into apparel and accessories. The company has also continued to innovate in the world of athletic shoes, introducing new designs and technologies that have helped athletes improve their performance. In retrospect, Nike's ability to surpass Adidas was due in part to its focus on user research and its disruptive approach to the shoe market. Over 2 decades of development, Nike turned this approach into a core competitive advantage by continuously improving its technology. One such innovation was the air cushion designed by bank engineer Frank Rudy, which greatly reduced the impact and risk of injury by reducing the force between the ground and feet. Rudy approached Knight and suggested applying the air cushion technology previously used by NASA to shoe soles. Initially skeptical, Knight's opinion changed after trying on the air cushion shoe. Although the first batch of air cushion shoes had design flaws, causing a recall, Nike quickly launched an improved product, the Nike Air Max, which was well received in the market. Since its creation 40 years ago, Air Max has become a phenomenon and one of Nike's signature innovations. Throughout his career, Phil Knight has been recognized as a visionary and an innovator. He has been inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame, the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame, and the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He has also been awarded numerous honorary degrees and was even knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000. In addition to his work with Nike, Knight has been a major philanthropist, donating millions of dollars to various causes, including cancer research, education, and the arts. In 2016, he pledged $400 million to Stanford University to establish the Knight Hennessy Scholars Program, which provides full scholarships for graduate students from around the world. Today, Nike is one of the largest companies in the world, with a market capitalization of over $300 billion. The company has offices and stores all over the globe, and its products are sold in more than 190 countries. As we look back on Nike's history, we are reminded that success is not a straight line. It requires perseverance, creativity, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. Phil Knight's story is a reminder that anything is possible if you are willing to work hard and believe in yourself. As he once said, "Let everyone else call your idea crazy. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't even think stopping until you get there. And don't give much thought to where there is. Whatever comes, just don't stop. Just do it." If you like success stories, please subscribe, smash a like, and turn on the notification. Your support will be my motivation. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.